Sabbath for this. Whoa, I didn't check the date here. I don't have my Hebrew comprehensive calendar by Art Spears with me tonight. But we're in the, I think we're in the 5th month. We've got the 6th month to go, and then boom, we hit the fall festival season with the first day of the 7th month being the Feast of Trumpets. And we are... Hey, I know, I can tell you what date it is because when I checked into this hotel, and I'll explain why I'm doing that tonight. On the way over here, by the way, I took some video, although I thought I was live streaming, but the connection, we didn't have a connection then, of the sunlight in the trees, showing that it's not Sabbath yet. The sun has not yet set. In fact, it's not even set yet here where we are. And that's why for a long time in Pasadena at headquarters, we called it a Friday night Bible study, because even there at 7:30 when the Bible study would start, oftentimes the sun wouldn't even be anywhere near down yet. It would not have set yet, especially as we are now in the long days of summer. Now, we just had a message flash on top of the screen. Would you guys flash that again? You didn't leave it up there long enough for me to read it. But today, on the pagan Roman calendar, it is the 4th day of August 2022. Now, I'm not in my home studio, but as you can see, I think you can tell from the background that bed is a hotel bedroom, and those pictures on the wall are some hotel on the wall pictures. And my home suffered from what a lot of the nation is suffering. And I think sometimes God will allow that to happen so that I will be very aware of what's going on in the nation. And a pandemic with bed bugs and mites and other little bugs like that can get in your carpet, can get in a hotel carpet too. You can carry them home from a hotel. And they multiply at an incredibly fast rate, hundreds and hundreds. They lay eggs. And maybe some of you have suffered some of that. They bite you on your ankles and on your feet, on your legs, sometimes on your neck. And they're miserable. So to help get rid of them in my home, people try different things. Sometimes they even pay a couple $1,000, $1,200, a couple thousand, even more, to a pest control company to come out and put out these bed bugs. And they still find, the pest control company says, hey, if it doesn't get them all or they come back, call us, we'll come out again, no charge. Well, they come out again and knock out a few more, but then they remultiply, and people complain about that. They spend a lot of money with pest control companies, and they still have bed bugs. Well, I tried something that I had heard about when growing fruit trees called diatomaceous earth, or they abbreviate it with its initials, the acronym DE. And it works great. It kills all the bad bugs on your fruit trees, but it leaves the good bugs. Interesting, huh? God designed DE, diatomaceous earth. It's a white powder, to only be effective against killing the bad bugs that are bad for a fruit tree, that kill its fruit. But a fruit tree, in order to produce fruit and a sufficient supply of fruit, has to have little good bugs operating within and around that tree. And diatomaceous earth is wonderful because while it kills the bad bugs, it does not kill the good bugs. It's designed by God that way, to leave the good bugs alone and kill the bad bugs only. So I thought, okay, if it works great like that outside for your fruit trees, it'll probably, and I asked the local feed store company where I bought the DE, the diatomaceous earth, about that. And the lady that runs the store, she's the wife of the owner, said, "Yeah, Stephen, it'll definitely kill them bed bugs and mites. You put it in your carpet." Well, I thought, great. So I bought me a 50-pound bag and I sprinkled it all over the house. The carpet's downstairs, the carpet's upstairs, and I didn't realize what I was doing. I didn't inquire enough to find out you don't dare put that much down. 50 pounds of diatomaceous earth between the first and second floor. And then I played heck trying to get that up, and it's still not up yet. We sweep, we mop, we vacuum it, and we're going to try having a steam cleaning company come out, because the house got filled with it, and I breathed some of it, and it gets in your lungs, and that's a little bit problematic, and hard sleeping in that. So around that stuff is on top of everything. So I'm trying to get rid of it, and in a older, big house with nooks and crannies, that stuff is all over the place. And even try to sweep it up or vacuum it, there's furniture. And by the way, if any of you are in the area or have or know someone who has a big truck, I guess I can call in places called like junk movers or maybe thrift stores, and say, "Hey, would you like to have some of this furniture?" And they come out, pick it up, get the furniture out of the way so I can get all of the carpeting vacuum. Now listen, I know to some of you that what I'm explaining may sound simple, but if you've overextended yourself, sometimes God will let you feel the impact of that. It can be a very difficult task, as it has been for me. I took on way too many things. I tried to help some people with my idea of help, to show you that, hey, you can easily get a job. And I got 1, 2, 3. And the first two, I was so overdoing myself and knocking myself out that I actually didn't do well on the job, the first two. So I'm just being honest with you. At the same time, God had me in a second fiery trial, one a couple of years ago, now another one back on me. So, look, we can preach the truth, and yet sometimes we can have an obstacle in our life that God may not be happy with, and we need to get on our knees and say, "God, help me get out of this, and out of this attitude, and out of, that may be troubling you a little bit." And we can definitely pray for one another, and I'm asking for your prayers. I would definitely appreciate it. And now I did want to cover the Bible study tonight. Normally we would also play God's End Time Apostle Herbert Armstrong with a video. What I'm going to ask you to do, and if you ever not find me here, brethren, you can, and you're welcome to go to our archive video page, and we go back 10 years. So there's plenty of Mr. Armstrong's videos mixed in with a message God gave me to give to you, and I preached it faithfully for years and years and years and years and years, and you'll find that in the archive. So if anything happens to me, which I hope it does not, but if it does, because maybe I have the stubbornness that I need to work out of me, or God needs to work out of me, you can still check our archive. And I want to thank one or two of you for some really nice and encouraging notes. For example, here's one from Nicholas, who, by the way, resent a tie check that came back when it was addressed to Post Office Box 111. That's our address. We've had it for a couple of years. And it came back, returned to sender, no such number. Well, there is such a number. I've had it for a long time, way before he mailed this envelope. P.O. Box 111, Bessemer, Alabama. 35023. But Nicholas was wise to, he remailed it and mailed it to my home address, and that was this Holy Day offering. And Nicholas, I appreciate you making the extra effort to make sure they got to us. I think it was him or somebody else who mailed one to our 1450 Virginia Road address, and it came back. But Nicholas, again, resent it to the same address later, and it got through. And appreciate that again, Nicholas, because that was a very helpful Holy Day offering check. If that happened to any of you, and it came back to him a couple of months later or something like that, if that happened to you, you mailed in your Holy Day offering, and it came back to you, marked unable to send it, appreciate it if you send it again. You can use the home address or the 1428 or the 1450 church address. But if you have a problem, if it comes back to you, maybe try our 1428 Virginia Road, Bessemer, Alabama 35023 home address. You'll find that, well, actually you'll find the Post Office Box 111 and the 1450 address on the Contact Us page, but you could just substitute 1428 if you're having a problem, or if it comes back to you. And appreciate it if you'd be faithful like Nicholas and resend it. All right, guys, I tried that hunting down. I was hoping to have those guys be with me when I took those jobs so that we could cover one another, but I got out of kilter, out of kink with the timing. Brethren, tonight I want to read to you from Proverbs 3, and then ask you to go to our archive. There's one in particular on August 1st, 2 years ago, 2020, that I would encourage you to look in our archive. Now, if you're watching on Facebook, you can find our archive video on our homepage, cogtv.org. Of course, that stands COG for Church of God, TV for television.org for the web address. And that's not a church group that you can join. It's the ministry that that I do here on the World Wide Web and the internet with video live streaming. Proverbs 3. Let's see if can we get a shot of the Bible while I read this to you. Let's see where that button is. It flips the screen around. I think it's right here. Nope, not that one. Let's see. Try another one or two. I hope I don't turn us off. Let's see. Maybe that little button is hiding. Let's see. Here, I think it's this one. No, let's see. Where's that button that flips that screen around? Well, I tell you what we'll do. We'll just re-aim this. We'll just aim it like this. Well, I thought I would. Let's see. Okay, we'll aim it like this, and put the Bible where you can see it, where I can see it too, I hope. And we'll see if we can line this up. All right, we're doing a remote from a hotel room with a one camera. Have we got it? I would have liked to have flipped that screen. The button must be hiding from us somewhere. Then I could see the screen on the other side of the screen, and that would be cool. Try one more button. Okay, that took a picture. Brought up another screen. Greetings to Dane and Jacob out in California. Hey, I'm interested to hear how you guys' potential move is going. And all right, let's see now if we can pick up with Proverbs 3. Can I get in a little tighter? Let's see. Whoops. All right, we're doing amateur hour here from the hotel room tonight because my studio is full of diatomaceous earth. And I kind of hate to have to tell you that. It turned into a trial. Well, this is not working as well as I hoped it would to be able to put this on screen with us, but we'll keep fiddling with it here, and maybe we'll get it in a moment. Okay, can you... all right. Well, maybe I'll just keep this shot over here and just be loose on the Bible. And at least you know we're reading this from the Bible, from my hotel room in Bessemer, Alabama. My son, forget not my law, but let your heart keep my commandments. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to you. Let not mercy and truth forsake you. Bind them about your neck. Write them upon the table of your heart. So shall you find favor and good understanding in the sight of God and man. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. Be not wise in your own eyes. Fear the eternal, and depart from evil. It shall be health to your navel and marrow to your bones. Honor the Lord with your substance and with the first fruits of all your increase. So shall your barns be filled with plenty, and your presses shall burst out with new wine. My son, despise not the chastening of the eternal, neither be weary of his correction. He will do this to us, brethren. For whom the Lord loveth, for whom the eternal Lord God loveth, he correcteth, even as a father the son in whom he delights. Happy is the man that finds wisdom, and that the man that gets understanding, for the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold. She's more precious than rubies, and all things you can desire are not to be compared unto her. Length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. She's a tree of life to them that lay hold upon her, and happy is every one that retains her. The eternal Lord God by wisdom hath founded the earth, by understanding has he established the heaven, or the heavens. That's plural. And there are a few more verses. By his knowledge the depths are broken up, and the clouds drop down the dew. Hold on a second. Proverbs 3. That's still Proverbs 3. My son, let them not depart from your eyes. Keep sound wisdom and discretion, so shall they be life unto your soul, and grace to your neck. Then shalt you walk in the way safely, and your foot shall not stumble. I'm going to jump to the last verse. The wise shall inherit glory, but shame shall be the promotion of fools. And brethren, remember now, God does tell us in other places in the Bible that he will allow a fiery trial upon you. And if you haven't had yours yet, wait for it. And brethren, again, I want to encourage you to, I'm going to keep this short tonight because I've been working on some things that have been rather exhausting. I also worked closely with some people that, were very sick, and I may have picked up a little bit of that, and I'm hoping God will help me turn around from it. And and with that, I'm going to encourage you to go to our archive video page and check out the August 1st, 2020 Bible study or Sabbath sermon that appeared on that date. And I'm going to wish you a good Sabbath Eve, and plan to see you in the morning for the Sabbath service right here, cogtv.org. And by the way, if you're watching on YouTube, if you come over to cogtv.org, go to the archive video page, the videos that play there actually play from videos. So it'll take you from YouTube. So it'll take you, circle you right back around to YouTube. And if you're watching on Facebook, if you go to our homepage, cogtv.org, go to the archive video section, and it'll play to you from YouTube. Or you can go to the Sabbath service page on Facebook and just scroll down until you find the date for the one I'm recommending. But you can watch those which you please to watch. Until next time, Brother Stephen Lloyd Gilbert wishing you a very happy Sabbath.